Slalom. That's a hard word to say, slalom. It's also a hard game to play. I killed my skier like 1,000,000 times, ran him into trees. That was before I even got to Mount Nasty. That place is a death trap. It's Slalom for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is actually a pretty interesting NES game. It's not only a proverbial kick square in the balls, but it's also sort of a landmark release. This was the very first Nintendo game from its developers, Tim and Chris Stamper. You might know them as the founders of a little studio called Rare. And you might know Rare as one of the most prolific game makers of the 1990s. Donkey Kong Country, GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, it all started here. You're on Mount Nasty. So, like a lot of the titles in the NES Sports series, Slalom is a pretty simple game. You control a skier, you pick a slope, you try to make the qualifying time. It has that simple, addictive gameplay that makes the best NES sports games so timeless, but the game also shows a degree of technical savvy that would become a rare calling card. It moves fast, there's a ton of stuff screaming by, there are children on sleds, little miscreants. It must be a snow day. So the objective is simple, just finish before time runs out, and so are the controls. You're steering with the D-pad, you're jumping with either A or B. It's an easy game to play, but again, that doesn't mean it's an easy game, because it's not. Slalom can be surprisingly brutal, and it's never all that easy to beat the clock. And the cool thing is that the game's simplicity is complemented by some nice, subtle complexities. So for example, you don't actually have to ski through the flags, but your skier does slow down if you skip them. You'll need as much speed as possible to compensate for all the crashing you're gonna do. There's also a nice little trick system as well. So if you jump the little snow ramps, you can use the D-pad to do some mid-air stunts, and those are tallied up as bonus points. Now, the truth is, Slalom's real claim to fame is that it was the starting point for much better games, but that doesn't mean it's not a classic in its own right. It's simple and a bit difficult, but it's undeniably fun to play. And again, it has a certain quality that you could just tell there were really talented people behind it. They're not quite Gorilla Glacier, but the snowy trails of Slalom are very much worth a visit. Big thanks to Benjamin from New York for sending it in.